Hopefully you guys can see this okay. Hello! Steady hands. Kind of. There we go. One big one cut out. I don't know if you've ever used a scroll saw before, but it's all about pressure and pivot point. There's not that much downward pressure to put on there, and there's also not a lot of pushing forwards and backwards. There's just a lot of turning. So knowing where to pivot from and how much to push in is like 90% of it is, I don't know, it's just kind of a natural thing for me. I can just follow the lines pretty easy. I'll try and show you on this where the lines are. I've got lines on there. You can see, can you see? Kind of, maybe. I use the laser to mark it just very lightly, rather than me having to draw it on. Yeah, straight lines and circles are the hardest things to do on a scroll saw, because keeping it straight is near enough impossible, because the blade doesn't cut square to the table or anything like that. It's a bit weird. Like, for example, if I was cutting a straight line, I'd have to have my piece twisted So my straight line would be on an angle to it because it wants to veer off to one side. It's just something that you have to get used to, and every single blade that you change to cuts a little bit different. Sweet. Right, let's just carry on. Any questions or anything? Chat away in the group, in the chat, and once I finish cutting one out, I'll have a look at the chat and I'll answer whatever I can. Hopefully it's not too loud with this cutting, because obviously I can't turn the volume down of that one. Yeah, good question. What is everyone doing and how is everyone doing? So it's a baby one, a little tiny one compared to the big one. So they're the two sizes that I'm doing today. I've got 30 of the little ones to do and 20 of the big ones to do. And that's for one order. So the lady that orders them, she paints them up, she puts names on them and stuff like that. Look pretty good when they're done. Like I say, I don't do the painting anymore because I just don't have the time or the patience. Let me just double check that I have got all of the chat on. It's just on top messages, all messages. There we go. I should see everything now. I should be pretty quick. I've been doing this for about 10 years now, so yeah, that's why it's called Phil's Craft Corner. I started in the corner of my bedroom with a really old Dremel scroll saw that used 5-inch blades. I bought it from a guy I used to work with, and I was using pallet wood at work, so I was taking that home, sanding it down, and cutting stuff out of it, and then I worked my way up to these big boys. These are the Actminster Pro 535. 535. Got it right. In the video that I did the review of it, I got it the wrong way around. I said 353. It's 21 inches from the blade to the back of the saw. I've had this one for about 2 years. The one I had previously was the older model, same style, same size. I had that for 7 years, and I ended up, I don't know what happened. I think something happened with the motor, and it was feeding back through the power and was just blowing fuses constantly. So I ended up replacing it with this one because I tried to repair the other one. It didn't happen. I've still got it, so I've still got time to repair it at some point. But being so busy and having orders at Christmas time, it was, I needed a new one, so I just bought a brand new one, and I'm going to repair that other one at some point. So then I've got two to run, hopefully. I also was trying to set up the CNC to be able to cut these things out when I was doing laser work and have all of them running, because I can cut these pretty much the exact same every time. So if I stand these three up, for example, as close as I can get them, don't know if you can notice how much difference. There's only a tiny bit of difference there when you really look, and it's probably because I've not lined them up perfectly, but yeah, I can cut these pretty much exact every time. So if I sat these next to a CNC, I can probably be 4 or 5 times faster than the CNC, but if I'm doing these at like 1.5 times the speed I'm doing them now, it helps out in the future. It's like having an extra half of me in the workshop. Todd, I don't know what blades you used when you were trying to scroll saw, but I don't know what kind of finish you had at the end. So this is the finish straight off the saw. There's a tiny little bit of fuzzy on the back side, but the front is absolutely perfect, and the face is on the side super smooth. So these don't really need a right lot of sanding. That's because I use the modified geometry blades. They've got a bit of an upcut on the bottom. Help. Hello. We all need a little bit of help, definitely. How are we doing? So I've just got 4 of the small ones to cut out here. I'm going to blast through them pretty quick. Working on your channel and scrolling. What are you scrolling? Or scrolling through YouTube? Because this is scrolling in the Scroll Saw community. Scrolling is cutting on the Scroll Saw. Thanks for the subscription. Amazing. Thank you. Knife videos and reviews. That's pretty cool. I'll have to have a look at your channel because I want to get into a bit of metal work and a bit of knife making. It's something that I've aspired to get into. Yeah, it's something I was quite interested in a while back, but again, not a lot of time for me to get into something else when I'm so busy with this and orders. And yeah, I've just taken on an electrician's training course as well, so I'm going to be a fully qualified electrician in probably a year or two. See how that goes. Yeah, I just don't like being bored, do I? Yeah, I've seen a few videos of making some like old saw blades, so I've got some pretty decent saw blades that I can probably use. I've actually got a giant stainless steel sink that I might be able to make something out of. Just acquired that, so I need to make something out of that. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot I can make some stuff out of. So I don't know. I might get into it at some point. That was the whole point of my craft corner making YouTube videos, is to try and explore all different crafts and get into all that kind of thing. And not just do the same thing over and over. I'm very interested in making all different things, and I like making all different things. So I do want to give everything a go at some point. So any tips and advice on things is always welcome. Will they have any advice? Don't make anything, just collect them. Look forward to seeing some of your content. Thank you. I do have a video actually that you'll be quite interested in, and that is laser engraving on top of some throwing knives. It was a gift that somebody had ordered for their son because they really liked knives. They ordered a set of throwing knives. They were, I think they were red, green, and blue, anodized steel, I think they were. So on the center of the blade, I engraved messages on each knife. That was one of my earlier videos. If you can scroll back that far, but it is laser engraving some throwing knives. Pretty cool, actually. Turned out really nicely. Goofy guy messing stuff up. To be fair, Numbskull is he creates some pretty decent things. I discovered his channel when he was making, what's the word now? A sickle cutter for his ATV. You've only just got that running. I don't think you've tested it properly yet. Yeah, so I discovered his channel when he was making that. Basically, he can find scrap stuff and make something pretty cool out of it. Buy knives and review. Why not? It's pretty cool. Everyone's got to have some kind of collection, haven't they? For me, I collect sawdust and tools. Need a new knife. What kind of knife are you looking for? There's the little guys I'm cutting out. Yeah, it has been about a year. Todd, so you were saying about on your CNC, can you do the 3D carving? And this is what you end up with. Try and get a bit of light. Here's my head strap light. Oh, that's bright. So this is the kind of thing you end up with. So I know that's just broke there, just snapped it, but the inside of MDF is just horrible fuzzy stuff. It's not like the face grain. That's much smoother. So when you cut into the MDF vertically, not at the side, so with the scroll saw, I can leave a nice smooth cut. But when you cut through the top surface, it just goes very fuzzy and horrible. Actually got this is the test from my CNC. So looks all right, doesn't it? Too bad. And then you turn it around and it went a bit funny. It turns out my Z-axis wasn't fixed in properly. So I fixed that, and then I came to test this out afterwards, and the Y-axis, one of the motors, somehow, when I've been moving or when I've been fixing it, I've damaged the wire. So one of the X-axis steppers doesn't interact properly with the other one. Managed to kind of get it working, but as you can see on the top there, there's an offset where it doesn't line up properly. Then the next one that started to cut out was even worse. Have fun walking your dog. Hope everything goes well for you and you have a great evening, day, afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you are. Enjoy it. So yeah. But the good news is, if I put them side by side, if that had cut out properly, with a little bit of light sanding, you can hardly tell the difference. So when I get it working properly, I can have my CNC running there. You can kind of see a bit of it, and continue cutting on the scroll saw myself, which should hopefully be soon. I might be able to nick a stepper motor off my 3D printers that aren't working very well. I say they're not working very well. I can't use them very well. I don't have the time or the patience for the 3D printers at the minute. I'm just, yeah, I'll get back to them one day, definitely. I need to, because it's money sitting there that's not doing anything. Yeah, I do have the tool. I've had the tool a lot longer than you think at this point, and I'm not using it as much as I should. Another little guy. What have I got left? A lot. I've got a lot left. That's the answer. Put these over with my army over here. How's your little pigeon doing, Todd? Is it doing all right? It seemed to be doing all right before. How many do I have to do? There's 20 of the big ones and 30 of the little ones. I think it's mostly big ones that I've got to do now. No. So there's 18 big ones is what I'm doing next, and then jumping on to the little ones. They need to be done today because, like I say, I've got a lot on work-wise. Tomorrow I'm at the Cat Cafe doing a few bits and pieces there. It's good. Nice. Like you got a new shadow, I suppose. Get close to the camera. It's new pain, yeah. Rick calls it bird one. Call it silly. It's pain reincarnated as a bird. That's what I'm gonna say. camera. 1 second. Oh. That one I kind of messed up a little bit. Next time I'm going to cut this down. I painted it crap on you. I bet if he knew he'd get away with it, he would. So, the top up here, there's a little bit of a wobble that I can fix with a bit of sandpaper, that's fine. And a little bit of a wobble on that foot. So what I'm going to do next time is this is split in between two, so there's 4 there and there's 2 there, so there's a gap in the middle. I'm going to cut down that gap and make it a bit smaller, make it a bit easier to handle. Because I ended up being sat fairly far away from the saw, and that made it a bit more of a pain. Hi Spider, Todd's in here. You two can have a chat. How's things going? Can't be on your live stream because you have school tomorrow. Oh, that sucks. I don't miss being at school at all. That's what I'm making, by the way. Missing quite a few now. Watch a milk video, just like my fish. No, how come you can't get on live? Does it? It's raining a lot. 1 second, I have a chair outside that I want to take to the tip tomorrow, and I don't want to get absolutely soaked, so I'm just going to bring it inside. Give me 1 second. Don't knock the camera over, Phil. That'd be a bad idea. My old PC chair, I don't need anymore because I've got a nice comfy one. That's really coming down. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Glad I'm inside working. Most of the time when it's raining like this, I'm doing an outside job. I either have to cancel it or get soaked. So yeah, what's going on with the live video? They're supposed to be reindeer. I think they look like a moose more than a reindeer. Jeez. That's so bad. It's like torrential downpour. Oh well. At least the plants get wet. said it was copywriting, so maybe I need to make more videos about copywriting. It's probably music that you've got on. That's the best. This is the first thing that they do. See you later, Todd. Have a great time. Hope you and your little bird buddy have fun. But yeah, Spider, your copyright thing is probably music. YouTube doesn't like any music that isn't royalty free. So if you're using video games, again, it's probably the music in the video games. If you turn the music off in the games that you're playing, you'll have much more success. And make sure that you're talking a lot. I do video games sometimes. I had a channel called Looping Autumn. I'd make World of Warcraft videos all the time. I think I might start it up and rename it to Phil's Gaming Corner. So I'm going to have nothing. I'm going to have zero sleep because of how much I'm doing. So I'm probably going to have Phil's Craft Corner, Phil's Car Corner for when I'm working on my car and other people's cars, and Phil's Gaming Corner. Those are the three that I'm probably going to go with. But I'm also doing all my handyman work and becoming an electrician. So, like I say, I just literally must hate sleep. Got a lot of corners. Well, it's only a triangle point. There's only 3 corners. Play-Doh doesn't catch on fire. I don't think it's fully flame proof. I think it's flame resistant. I think if you tried hard enough, you could probably make it catch on fire. Sit there with a blowtorch long enough, anything will catch on fire, really. Yeah, I'm probably on a lot of places, to be honest. My whole Phil's Craft Corner thing, it's been going for around 10 years, so that's mainly Facebook. So I'll be on quite a lot of social media places, internet searches. You're on Google too. Yeah, YouTube channel will be on Google. YouTube is run by Google, so when you get monetized, it's actually Google that pays you at the end of the day. All right, see you in a minute. Another one cut. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. I have 11 left to cut out of these big ones. scrap wood bin's getting full. My big scrap wood bin is getting full. Wow, that was good English, Phil. Every now and again, definitely have to take a stretch break from sitting there scrolling. I've been going for an hour. Yeah. Definitely need to take a stretch every now and again. If you're wondering what I'm making these. They're supposed to be reindeer. I think they look like a moose, but I'm cutting out 20 of these big ones and 30 of the smaller ones. So we're on to the big ones at the minute, and then we'll move on to the smaller ones. It's not very often you guys get to see me working in real time, and yeah, so that's what I'm doing today. Got any questions about the saw, my technique, what blades I'm using, anything like that, stick them in the comments, and I'll answer whatever I can. There we go. I think this blade might be starting to get a bit dull. We're getting some fuzzies on the backside. It's normally a sign that it's getting dull. So at any point, this could snap and give you a bit of a scare. I guarantee it'll give me a bit more of a scare. Not like when my scroll saw exploded. I don't know if you've seen that video. I've got a short video of me cutting out some 2-inch thick oak on here, and my scroll saw literally exploded. So yeah, that was entertaining. I'm really glad I got it on video though. am going to change my blade after this one, so if you want to see how I change blade on here, just stick around for a minute. Yeah, so that didn't cut as nicely as I thought, as I like. It took quite a lot of effort pushing through, and these blades cut like butter. So I'm just going to change the blade, and it's very simple. All I do is lift the lever up, undo that, lift the whole arm up, undo the one in the bottom, and that's the blade out. Nice and easy. It's literally the easiest blade change on a scroll saw I've had. So the blades I'm using are modified geometry Pegasus blades. I get them from Axminster in the UK. They're really good. That's where this saw is from. It's an Axminster saw. These, you've got no chance of seeing the blades on that. This is on live anyway. So from where my finger is there to where my finger is there, so about, I'd say, 3/4 of an inch, maybe an inch. There's upcut blades, and they cut the backside of the material, which gives a nice smooth cut. The rest of the blades are down cut. So you want your teeth, the majority of the teeth, facing down. So just have a quick look at the blade, sit it in the slot, tighten that up. Same for the bottom, tighten that up. Ping your lever back, give the blade a ping. That sound, that is not tight. So I'm going to undo all of that. I'm going to retighten this top one. It's a bit better. Double check the bottom is all right. In fact, it felt like something moved when I tightened down then. That's the ping you want to hear. A nice high pitched ping. If not, then just tighten at the back slightly. And you're good to go. This should cut a lot smoother and a lot quicker now. What time are we on? 8:45. Ooh. I don't think I'm finishing this tonight. I've got 8 big ones to cut and about 12 little ones to cut. So yeah, I think I'll do these 2 big ones, and then I'll get a cup of tea and I'll come back and I'll finish off all the big ones. I won't put you guys through that. It's already been an hour of this live, so I'm going to get these 2 cut, and then I think I'll cut it off and call the live a night for tonight. I might pop on tomorrow if I've got any other bits to do. But yeah, for tonight, this is it. So let's carry on. That's so much nicer. much better. So there's no, well, there is a tiny bit of fuzzies on the back. Nothing as much as what the previous two were, so I definitely need to change that blade. People say that you should change the blade every 30 minutes of cutting. Feel the way it's cutting while you're cutting, and then you'll know if it starts to have a lot of resistance and you're struggling to cut as fast as you were cutting, then definitely change your blade. But if it all feels the same as previous cuts, just keep going. Don't worry about how long it's been cutting for or how much you've cut. If it's still cutting the same as it was 5-10 minutes ago, just carry on. You're all good. It's not going to be a problem. That's the last one I'm doing for now on live, because obviously I've been going for an hour and 25 minutes now. Ugh. And I need a stretch, I need a cup of tea, because I've still got a few to do. So let's have a look at what I've got done so far. Actually, I have, I can't even fit them on. So there's 14 of these big ones, all there. And then 12 of the little ones. Lighting's not too great there, so I've done, hold on, where's my headlamp? Is that better? There we go. So I've done 14 of the big ones and 12 of the little ones. It took me an hour while chatting away and stuff. Generally, I'd have done probably about another 50% on top of that. So I'll pretty much be done with this order in the same time. But I've been stopping and chatting to you guys, which I don't mind, because these rare moments of interaction and you get to see live how things are done, it doesn't happen that often, and it keeps me kind of sane while I'm doing it as well. But like I say, I'm going to go and grab a cup of tea. I'm going to end the live because I'm just going to do the same thing anyway, just doing the same order. So get a cup of tea, come back in, I'll finish the rest off, and then I can send that in the morning. So thanks for watching, guys, and joining in and hitting like and commenting and all that good stuff. I appreciate every single one of you. I'll see you soon.